they are getting started right away on Final Destination.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this as a starting stage for Marth.
Yeah, it says a lot about Mr. E's confidence that he feels that he can go to Final Destination in the speed of Sonic.
Seagull Joe is going to start holding his shield. Because he's gotten hit by 3 dancing blades.
Ooh,
and that should never happen ever.
It looked like a slingshot into an up air. Great conversion. Ooh, he reads the air dodge, but he doesn't get the punish. And then Mr. E capitalizing with that back air.
Yeah, that nair was just a little early. And that's a really nice way to deal with spin dash. Normally, Marth kind of struggles against spin dash due to the fact that you're swinging. He just comes in out of nowhere and punishes you. But counter is a great way to get through there.
It is, but right now, Seagull Joe is keeping. This is actually dead even. We are about 45 seconds into this match. It was dead even. And Mr. E is just kind of air dodging, and Seagull's reading it over and over again.
Yeah, Mr. E's air dodges are definitely really risky. I don't know why he keeps doing that.
That's kind of is a staple of his particular play. And a great back air coming in from Seagull Joe, taking stock number 1. Only 90% right now. If he can avoid, I want to say oh my goodness, an air. Okay.
A nair, yeah, maybe avoid that. I'm surprised that didn't kill.
I was going to say a jab to F smash. Did be in the clear for a while. And right now, Mr. E fishing just a little bit, and Seagull Joe is making the most of it, getting that extra damage.
Seagull Joe started figuring out how Mr. E is like timing his aerials. They're all coming down. So he started, just running up and shielding. And then right as he did that, Mr. E threw out a landing shield breaker, and it was like, oh crap. Like,
he at least let go of his shield, didn't have to worry about it. All right, and is Seagull going to get out of it? Not quite.
Tipper Bear, that's definitely going to do it. Mr. E's spacing is just so legit.
And we actually have a surprising slugfest. Seagull Joe is known for his defensive style, but he is just kind of going in right now, dictating the pace of this match.
You kind of have to against Marth. If you let Marth kind of like get his wall up, and then it'll become just a super stale like bait fest. But what Seagull's doing is he's figuring out that Mr. E kind of likes to swing, and you can punish from across the stage.
If you're as fast as Sonic.
Exactly.
As fast as speed of sound. But not only that, he's also attacking from a multitude of angles. He's mixing in air dodges, rolls, and just roll, I'm running into your face, and it's paying off. But Mr. E has closed his gap, and he can't actually get rid of the stock with the tipper right now. So Joe does have to actually worry about his stock right now.
Yeah, he's looking to try and finish it as soon as possible. He's definitely getting a little bit antsy. He needs to be very careful. He's still doing that really safe shield pressure into up B out. But if Mr. E waits for it, he can always just tipper up air him off the top.
He also does have the counter option as well, which he did demonstrate he is aware of and can time. All right, Seagull, roll, where am I at?
The triple roll, classic Seagull.
All right, and Seagull is slowing down the pace of the match, which is really good of him to do, actually, because it keeps your opponent guessing.
Nicely done. Catches him short hopping out of shield. Not enough to kill quite. He's going to drop the spring like he has been. Mr. E's been doing a great job air dodging it every time.
Yeah, it's phenomenal with that. He's definitely very familiar with that setup, not letting it get to him. And this up though, not quite enough to do it yet. And you don't want to give a player like Mr. E rage, because he will find that one straight hit and get rid of your stock. Right now, Mr. E still struggling to make it back. Sitting at 169%. I didn't even know Marth could get that high. Okay.
Finally, I was actually going to suggest that Seagull, he started reading these grabs, that he should try and go in for a pivot grab so he could do a back throw near the ledge. I mean, Seagull just, he kept the pressure up that whole time near the end there. It says, I can't let you get down in F smash, so instead I'm just going to be all over you.
Yeah, and it wasn't the normal pressure. When you think of normal pressure, you think of Cloud. All right, I did F tilt, nair, up airs, nonstop. Seagull said, not only am I going to run in with my normal spin dash, but I'm also going to roll behind you. I'm going to jump and air dodge. I'm going to do an up air. And it just really kept Mr. E on his toes. He never quite got a hold of exactly when to attack Joe.
And this is what makes this matchup so scary for Marth, is the fact that Mr. E can be center stage, Seagull Joe can be at the edge of the stage, and it's actually scary for Mr. E. Because Sonic's so fast, he can just come in with all these pressure options from so far away, where Marth never wants to be. Marth wants to be close to you, but Sonic can just run away and still be at the advantage.
And then furthermore, Sonic does win the trade if he does get a straight hit, significantly more than Marth.
Yes.
Marth hits hard, but his combos don't really string together that fluidly. As you can see right now, already 101% from about 60 in 2 exchanges.
Ooh, air dodging in, but a reverse tipper will do it.
The stock. Mr. E with a stock lead right now.
That is really unfortunate for Joe, as he was up like 40% or something.
He was doing so good.
Tippers in this game are pretty silly.
That back air coming out a little bit too early before the counter was done. Joe going to go out there and challenge?
I think he meant to. He unfortunately lands on the platform. Nice. Falling back there off the platform. Not going to kick the stock quite yet. He's been dropping the spring over and over, and Mr. E's never fallen for it. I'd expect him to like go out and drop down fair at some point.
Yeah, Mr. E has great DI. A lot of things that would have killed most players, he's just living from, as if it's normal. Oh, that could have been very scary for Mr. E right there. Opts for a counter. I'm not as sure exactly what he was looking for, but...
Probably expected like an S-Smash to come through or something.
Oh, Joe was close to getting that back throw, but he did not. And now Mr. E has him at kill range because of all the rage he does have at the moment.
His kill range has started 20% ago. Like, Tipper S-Smash comes through, it's over.
And this is, I guess, when we get this... Oh, ooh, that was very sneaky. Didn't get rid of the stock, but good attempt by Seagull Joe.
Yeah, Mr. Egg definitely looking for that F-Smash.
And what it seems like it's really coming down to is who can get that stock first, because both of them are struggling to get rid of each other's stock.
Non-tipper, not quite enough, but it's so scary at 200%. And another Nair comes through. I think that was a tipper as well.
Is Joe going to try to maybe get a back throw? I don't really know what he wants to... Oh, but he does get it. An up throw will take the stock.
I don't think that was supposed to be an up smash, so it's kind of a weird time to do that.
And now we're going to see what Seagull Joe is made of. He has racked the damage very quickly when he at least had a lead. So now we'll find out if he's able to do it again. He does have 3 minutes to work with.
Yeah, this is a lot of percent to bring back, but get Marth far enough off stage, he can't make it back.
He's doing it. I mean, he's only been hit once so far. Has Mr. E at 39%. Trying to go for a sneaky back air, but somehow up air to back air to forward air. How does Seagull Joe do it? He has a free fall.
No way.
Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
It's very close.
Oh my god.
Oh,
he
Mr.
messed
E
up
makes it back.
He messed up the last one. He needed to do it one more time. Oh, a great jab fair, but some amazing DI from Seagull Joe, who's at 153. And like F smash or something will kill from either of these guys.
I think a counter will as well if Mr. E does time one correctly.
Oh my god, the rolls. These guys are panicking so hard. The dodge through the fair, he misses the pivot grab.
And Seagull is fighting for his life right now.
Oh, he just does
he
it.
Takes it. Seagull Joe with the F smash.
Does it.
Wow, with that comeback.
What a read, too. And you know what that read was? It was, I've rolled the last 80 times we've been in this situation. I know you're going to try and punish it right now.
That was so good. You're right. You're absolutely right. There were several rolls in the defensive play, and obviously Marth, Mr. E was getting a little antsy. He did want to get that hit. Seagull just snuffed it out and said, you know what, man? That first stock that you got from me, it wasn't deserved. And I'm going to prove it to you right now.
And that's how these games need to go. Seagull needs to just avoid getting Tipper S-smashed because he's winning the neutral game for the most part.
Absolutely. Oh my, I still can't believe the series of events that Seagull Joe had to pull off to make that happen.
Oh yeah, he literally brought that back 100-some%. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, he was at 130%.
Yep.
All right, but right now, Mr. E says, you know what, man, that was a fluke. It's not going to happen again. All over this man right now. He's letting him know I also can win the neutral. Has Seagull Joe at 81% right now. Mr. E chilling at a very healthy 31.
Yeah, and again, it's just sort of this like first stock mentality. We know Seagull Joe is a very adaptive player.
Ooh, and speaking of adaptation, when Mr. E actually went for that jab to forward air, Seagull this time air dodged out.
Yep, he knew it was coming.
Oh!
That's really unfortunate. Went for all the marbles.
And Mr. E raised him. He's like, I'm calling your bluff, boy. Oh, almost got that spike. He was right about the air dodge as well that Seagull Joe threw out.
He had every read correct in that string. He almost had a 2-stock, just mistimes the down air, and we might see another game 2 situation where Seagull Joe brings us back 1,000,000%.
I'm only going to believe you when Seagull Joe loses his last stock. Because after last game, I believe in miracles. Well, he tries to go for air dodge, but doesn't want to fully commit. And actually whips the back air because of it.
Nicely done. Gets the side B, 2 back air. Looking for a way to finish this stock. Again, just like game 1, he's struggling so hard. Reverse nair, not going to be enough yet.
Seagull Joe definitely is wise to the ledge trump that Mr. E went for.
Yeah, I'd like to point out Mr. E kind of makes it really obvious when he's going for ledge trump because he always stands right next to the ledge, only if he's going to do it. And that is a tipper F-tilt. Great spacing, and this time Mr. E is on the board.
Yeah. 2-1. We could have argued that this should have been 2-1 the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
But with that said, you know, Seagull Joe does not have the counter pick. He won on Smashville, which is obviously the stage I guess Mr. E thought was the best. So now the question is he going to choose something small, something large? Because Duck Hunt is available. Choose something that allows him to kill early. I guess with Marth going to kill you at 60% with a tipper F smash, it doesn't matter what stage you're on.
I actually kind of like this Town and City choice because we've seen Seagull connect with a lot of up airs in different situations, like coming from off stage and other things like that, that might have killed if they were on Town and City versus some of the other stages we've seen him play on.
That is definitely a great point. It also gives him kind of that Final Destination feel that he did have game 1, because it is a very flat stage.
Right.
With room to run around. But now he has platforms to work with as well. And it's not like low platforms, like, oh my goodness, that back air coming through. Seagull Joe all over him, gets the spring out. Mr. E does make it back though. But what I was mentioning is like platforms like Battlefield Marth can make use of. Platforms in Town City are entirely too high, so really only Sonic gets an advantage there. Alright, Seagull Joe slows down the pace for just a second. Mr. E though takes advantage of it and actually closes some of that damage difference.
Ooh, a high up B, very smart going for the platform.
And Seagull is actually fishing just a little bit.
No.
Does that take it? Oh, but Magnet Hands are very strong in this game. Very fortunate for Mr. E.
Absolutely. I was very worried. He was just completely dead stage spiked by the spring. And he waits for the jump out of shield. It's not enough to kill.
And Seagull just decides, you know, I'm going to up B and jump completely over this entire scenario.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that up air connects Town and City Blast Zone's not enough to give him the stock.
I think if Seagull Joe gets win to Mr. E always kind of jumping and landing at the edge of the stage. Oh, good back air coming in from Seagull Joe, taking the first stock.
That was incredibly smart, catching him short hopping. These are the few times that Seagull Joe has really gotten like hard reads on Mr. E's neutral game, is when he catches him short hopping out of shield or short hopping in the middle of the stage. But a bad up air from Seagull Joe leads to an up smash from Mr. E. It's a dead even game.
He was right about the option. He just kind of didn't execute it properly. Mr. E took advantage. Only at 7% right now. But Mr. E does like to kind of jump right onto the edge of the stage, and at high percent, Sonic can hit you with the back throw if he doesn't read it. Seagull Joe trying to cross up Mr. E. Mr. E all over it though, just dancing blades to the other side, but he does get some damage when Seagull Joe finally does land a hit.
And this is back and forth right now. Each of these guys getting 1, maybe 2 hits at a time, and they're just trading back and forth.
Mr. E on the slightly better receiving side of that though. Is at 58% versus 69. Now 78.
Oh, went for the reverse up B to get that back air. Dancing Blade tippers on the last hit, and that'll do it.
I didn't know that was a kill option.
Yeah, if you can get a tipper on Dancing Blades, they do have tippers. They can actually finish you off if you're not careful.
Learn your DIs, guys. Don't DI into that.
So it's 2-2.
It is. I would say that Seagull Joe, to be honest, should actually just take him right back. Take a quick breather, because he was doing things correct, except for the unfortunate up air attempt, where he didn't space it properly, lost to an up smash. We have Pink Fresh actually telling him to breathe.
Breathe, yeah.
Breathe.
Joe's getting a little antsy, and you can see it. And it's kind of been a result of that Game 2 situation where he had to be antsy. He had to bring it back 100%, but he hasn't really slowed down since then.
We have gathered the crowd now who are very interested in the conclusion of this match.
Yeah.
Seagull Joe and Eric.
I want to see if he actually decides to go back to Town and City. He will, so this is going to be it. Game number 5. This is a winner's bracket match for one of these two. One of these guys, I believe, goes on to winner's semis, and the other goes on to the loser's bracket.
Full of sharks. They're everywhere.
They are absolutely everywhere. Seagull Joe starting off by taking his time, trying to get some reads. Gets first blood as well.
Nice 18%. He also slow it down. He said, you know what, that 18% was good enough for me. I'm going to chill out for a second. Very evasive now. This is kind of reminiscent to the normal Seagull Joe that we do see play. But I don't know if that's actually what he wants to do, because what he was doing earlier was working, minus a couple mistakes here and there.
Yeah, it's very scary. It feels like if he makes 1 or 2 mistakes, Marth ends up with the lead because, you know, all it takes is 1 or 2 tippers, and then stock is gone.
Seagull Joe's making great use of that up air below the stage, by the way. Speaking of up airs, Mr.E connecting with 3 in a row.
It's just such a big move.
Oh, and Mr.E is getting wind to the roll behind that Joe is going for often. And Marth has the tools to punish it.
No tipper on that dancing blade. That might have actually killed if it was.
Joe does sneak a back air in while he is landing, trying to help disrupt a little bit of the momentum of Mr. Eric.
And he tried to wait for that air dodge, but he wasn't able to get the nair punish. Seagull Joe still taking his time. That roll again coming through for Mr. E.
Yeah, I definitely just called him Mr. Eric. My bad. His name's actually Eric. Back throw from Seagull. Is he going to go for edge guard attempt? Goes for the up B spring. Doesn't actually connect. Mr. E was ready for it this time.
Oh! And great spacing from Mr. E. As Mr. E able to take that first stock, Seagull Joe needs to find a way to get this stock. But now Mr. E has the advantage of getting to play patient and safe. He doesn't have to swing if he has the lead like this.
Yeah, good down tilt right there to punish Dancing Blade. Very unorthodox option to do against Marth, but Seagull made it work. And Mr. E always jumping and air dodging from that edge, but Seagull just not punishing it.
Seagull looking desperately for a way to get this kill. I wouldn't be surprised if he does a roll here. Yeah, I think he's looking for a back throw. Great counter.
He's only pulled it out twice, but it worked every time. That back air not quite enough to do it yet. Well, he tried to go for a trump, and for whatever reason, Mr. E this time was ready for it.
Mr. E is playing so smart. He's just waiting for Joe to hit buttons now. He realized, hey, I have the lead. There's no reason for me to force anything. Everything I can do as a reaction to Joe's buttons, and it's paying off so well right now, and Joe's just struggling to find an option. A great pivot grab on the stage.
And Mr. E is definitely very familiar with this situation. He has played with some of the best. He knows they would do it to him. And right there, Seagull Joe not getting the punish, the hit he needed on the free-falling Marth.
And just outside of tipper range, that would have been the game for sure. Mr. E is so close to causing a 3-game comeback in this best of 5. He just needs to finish this stock. And Seagull Joe wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the punish.
And right now, Mr. E living at 143%, still alive. Seagull Joe at 85 right now. Definitely things are very scary, and the timer is not working in his favor.
Not at all. Only 2 minutes left.
At least game 2 when he took the stock, there was still about a 3-minute window. But right now, I don't know what he's going to do in the jab to forward air coming in from Mr. E. Fly swat him away again after that.
And forced to roll early because he thought he was going to get ledge strummed. And that's not quite enough, 128%.
And Mr. E has fallen out of almost every single up air by Seagull Joe. I don't know if it's intentional or if Joe's just messing it up, but he does get it.
Finally gets him, and this could be just like game 2. This was exactly the percent he was at when he brought it back in game 2. He just needs a lot of hits.
And more time.
This is a good start.
He had a lot more time last time to work with. All right, has him at 18%. A back air coming through, 28%. Seagull Joe is not trying to go to losers, but he does.
That'll do it. The inside of F Smash, a 3-game comeback from Mr. E in winners quarters. He's going to move on to winners semis.
He has to be happy about that victory. I'm sure no one was expecting, oh, Mr. E versus Seagull Joe. That's Mr. E's going to watch over him. Seagull Joe said, I'm here to play. He's going to earn every bit of this. And some people could have argued with a couple extra decisions, he would have won.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great match. Game 5.
Yeah, Seagull Joe kind of, you can see he's over here nodding like, okay, I know what happened.
He's going to tweet out to Vex, thank you guys for the support. You guys would gave me a jersey, I would have won, but
yeah, definitely an interesting set. I think he was kind of shaking in his boots because after that game 3 he kept pushing it and forcing things that he didn't have to, and by the time Mr. E calmed down, it was kind of too late for Joe to make any difference.